Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Danny, and this video, you can just kind of put it in the background, treat it like a podcast, because it basically is. It's like my third video doing one of these, and today we're talking. Talking. I hate this little line of light, because it hurts my eyes, guys. It actually hurts my eyes. And today, I actually don't have a script, ready for this type of video, but I do have notes on my brand new iPad. So cute. I decorated it with the sticker, my Japanese fortune of the year. My friend got it for me in Japan. And I have like this like motivational quote that I found at a coffee place. It says, "Make your life a dream and make your dreams a reality." Yeah, and I have some photo booth photos with my best friend, a baby photo, and this sticker from a club in Berlin I went to. But yes, so I'm really happy. I finally got it. I've been wanting an iPad for like forever. No, for about like 3 years, because when I was like slightly younger, I really wanted to draw on Procreate because it's just a lot better. In my opinion, it's a lot more comfortable than using like a drawing tablet, you know, those that you plug into your computer. Also, my computers are shit because I only have like laptops, and they're like the shittiest laptops on earth. So they don't have storage for like cool drawing programs, and I had to like pirate programs. Like, yeah, it was not fun. So now I finally have Procreate, and now I draw things. So if you guys want to see some drawings, leave it down in the comments below. Let me know. But yes, today, the title of this episode, I think, is My Year of Best and Realization. And you guys are like, Danny, you're fucking stupid. The book is called Rest and Relaxation. Well, this is not about the book. This is about me, okay? I don't know if any of you have ever read the book, My Year of Rest and Relaxation, but if you haven't read it, it's basically about this girl who's like sick of life. She's like so exhausted with everything that has happened in her life, and she doesn't like anyone, and she just like is so obsessed with how she looks and obsessed with material things. She just wants to get rid of it and just like sleep for an entire year, like medically induced sleep for an entire year, because she's always like taking these crazy prescriptions of things. I think she would take like a lot of Xanax and other shit that she gets from like her crazy psychiatrist. It's a really good book, really interesting. I love it. I read it. I don't have it anymore. I gifted my copy of the book to a friend, but it's a great book. And it's really short. But the point is, this year, 2026, for me, is going to be my year of best and realization. Now, what I mean by this is best, like, this is going to be a wonderful year. Like, this is going to be the year where I excel, you know? Like, it's not that a bunch of good things are happening to me or whatever the fuck, but it's like I'm doing good things for my life. And I've been, working on this since January, since the start of the year, But yeah, because I started eating better. I'm taking a nutrition class in school, so that's been like really helpful for me. I've been like eating well. I've been, working on my mental health. I've been doing a lot of great things, helping a lot of friends, trying to be happier with my life and with myself. And I think that I'm doing a pretty good job. I think I've talked about it in other videos. Like, I've picked up journaling. I've picked up like meditating and speaking with my own emotions and shit. It's really, a lot of small things can help you be better in life and shit. And so that's the best side of the year. But the realization side, I really, like, I'm gonna sound like Kylie Jenner in that fucking video that's like, we're just realizing a lot of things. Everyone around me is realizing, experiencing, what did she say? Yeah. We're all experiencing things. That's what I mean. Like, I'm just realizing things. Like, it's like coming to truths. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say I'm like a super delusional person. I would say I'm more like blindly optimistic, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I would call it, but that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say I'm delusional. But this year, I've been realizing more things. I've been like, oh my gosh, Danny, you're stupid. Why were you thinking this before? If you could just do it this way. You know what I mean? I feel like I sound a little bit stupid, but I'm being like dead ass. Like, just realizing things about myself, like finding things out, like discovering things. Like, literally finding things out about myself, about the people around me, about the things I like, the things I don't like, the things I want to change in my life, the things I want to keep, blah, blah, blah. I've been, like, doing more things instead of, like, a lot of people say this, like, doing instead of planning. Like, people are like, oh, I want to do this year, and then they never do it, you know? Like, all those things that you say you want to do, like, actually do them. And that is something that I try to incorporate in my life, like, every fucking day. Like, way before this year, but I'm just not very good at it sometimes, because it's like, you know, sometimes the thought of doing something is really overwhelming, which sounds like such a pussy thing to do, like, you guys can't do anything type shit, but it sometimes is overwhelming to think about the things you want to do. Like, even just, like, fixing the way I eat, I was like, I want to fix the way I eat, but, like, you're like, how do I even start? Like, that's such a broad thing to say, and people say this a lot, you know, trying to narrow down your goals is always going to help, because that way you can make, like, a step-by-step. And honestly, that really helps me. You know, I love making lists, and I love doing things. I literally have a list of notes for today. Like, I love making lists. I love organizing things in my head in categories and steps and shit. So that really helps me, you know. It's like, step 1, find out, like, the nutrients and your caloric intake and all the things. Then find out what foods you like, what foods are for this, what foods are for that, and then sort of, like, eventually it gets easier, and now I just build my meals in my head, and I can calculate whether they're good for me or not, shit like that. I'm trying not to, like, obsess over food, though, because that always is treacherous roads, you know, but I think I'm doing great, and I think that everyone can do great in everything that they want to do, as long as they think about it properly and organize their thoughts and their steps and shit, because it's more overwhelming than difficult to do things. You know, things are, like, anything is really doable. You know, if it exists out there, it means someone has done it, and it means you can do it too, right? It's just that sometimes the thought of it is so overwhelming. You're like, how am I even going to get there? Well, the person that did it, like, let's just say, I'm going to put a crazy one that I'm not going to do, and that, low-key, I hope you guys don't do either, is, like, climbing Mount Everest, right? We know it exists. You know, people have done it, right? And we also know it's extremely fucking hard. You're like, how can I even get there? Well, that person didn't just wake up and climb Mount Everest one day. Like, that person put a lot of time, did a lot of steps of preparation in order to get there. And it's like, you can do that too. Like, yeah. Maybe not in this specific example. Maybe, you know, some people are, like, disabled and can't climb Mount Everest. But you know what I mean? Like, you can really do anything you put your mind to. Oh, how hopeful, you know? You can really do anything. But yeah, that's how I feel. Also, I'm wearing this striped sweater. I don't know if I've worn it a lot on the channel. I hope not, because I look really cute in it. I feel like I look really good today. I don't know if my camera quality is just better. I don't know. It is better, but I don't know if that's what's making me look good, or if it's just me. Speaking of fucking, like, my clothes, this is just something I wrote down because I wanted to tell someone, because I feel it's been eating at my brain a little bit. Not that much, because I don't care that much, but, like, a little bit. I have this gray sweater, which is kind of ugly, like, whatever. It's kind of, like, raggedy, I don't know, but I like it, okay? I think it looks kind of like, like effortless, or not chic. It's definitely not chic. Fuck. I don't know. I just think it's cute, and it's comfy, and it's, like, oversized. It's just really comfy. I don't wear it a lot out because it is, you know, kind of raggedy, but I do like it, and I wear it sometimes to school when I want to be comfy. And so this one day I was wearing it to school, and I take the bus to school a lot of the time. So I was, you know, on the bus on my way back from school, and what do I fucking see? What do you think I see? Like, no offense, okay? No offense. But I see, this is what I see. An obese older woman wearing the exact same fucking sweater. And I'm like, is that what I'm giving? Am I giving obese older lady leaving Walmart? Is that, like, the vibes that I give? Because I was wearing it in, like, it's cute. I'm just comfy today. This is my comfy outfit. I didn't think I was getting that comfy, okay? Like, oh my gosh. I don't know. It really tripped me out. I was like, there's, like, bro, like, oh, I don't know. I don't like that. Because she didn't look cool either. Like, but yeah, I was talking about me working on my life, my year of best in realization. Let's get back on topic, guys, okay? Let's not harp around the topic of my sweater. Another thing that I've been doing to make this the year of best in realization is living like you love life. I heard this on Madeline's podcast. I don't remember which one it was. But Pretty Lonesome. I love that podcast. A lot of the things I think and the self-work I do, I get from ideas stemming from her podcast or straight up things that she says she does, and I try them out and it works. And one of those things is living like you love life. Like, for example, literally just like, if you're like, I fucking hate my life, I fucking hate my family, I fucking hate my, like, bitch, one thing that you can do is just, like, literally pretend that you're someone who loves their life. And the way you start treating the life around you and yourself within your life is going to get so much better, to the point where, you're gonna love your life. Like, an example would be, like, if you're having a shitty morning and you're like, I fucking hate Mondays. I don't know. Make yourself a nice breakfast, because, someone who loves Mondays, someone who loves breakfast, someone who loves their life would make themselves a nice breakfast in order to have a nice morning. So make yourself that nice breakfast. Even if you fucking hate making breakfast, just make a nice breakfast. It's gonna feel nice when you eat it. It might not feel nice when you're cooking it, but it's definitely gonna feel nice when you're eating it. And bam, you got a little happy points there. Now let's say you're a smoker, and you want to quit smoking. You're like, fuck. Someone who loves their lungs, someone who loves their life, someone who loves the ability to breathe in and out air without, like, always being, like, a short of breath, or whatever the fuck you say, out of breath. Yeah. Would someone who loves their life always be out of breath and, like, destroying their body from the inside out? Fuck no, because you love your body and you love your lungs and you love being able to go on runs without, like, gasping for air and dying. So why are you smoking? It's like little things like that within your day that are just gonna improve the quality of your life so much. And I incorporate this all the time. I'm like whenever I'm like, do I want to skip class? My thought process is kind of just like, would someone who loves their life and wants to get good grades so that I can have a good life skip? Probably not. If I'm like, oh, I just want to go hang out with my friends instead of doing my homework, I'm like, sure, that's gonna be nice for now, but what about, like, Danny in the future? What about me in the future? Dude, I'm fucking that bitch up. Because then me later is going to be, like, losing points in my grade and, like, lowering grade, and then I'm gonna be like, bro, I have to do extra credit. Dude, you just fucked Danny from the future over. What the hell? Why would you do that? If you love yourself, if I love myself, why would I fuck myself over? You know what I mean? Someone who hates themselves is gonna fuck themselves over, because I'm like, girl, fuck Danny. I want Danny to suffer. But I don't. I love Danny. I want Danny to have a wonderful life. So why would I make him do extra credit work? That's not even gonna make up for all the points I lost in class, right? You know what I mean? Also, I think I've already told you guys, I love my e.l.f. Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm. I use the vanilla soft serve one. Chef's kiss. Amazing. No notes. Perfect. Tastes amazing. Looks amazing. Lasts super long. Gorge. They came out with new ones. They came out with new flavors. And they have Island Colada now. And this one is a shimmering one. I don't think you can see it on the camera. But this is shimmery. And it has, like, almost like an iridescent sort of gold-ish finish. And I love it. I'm not like someone who loves having glitter on my lips all the time, but it's really subtle and it looks stunning and it's so nice and it tastes like coconut. And I don't know if you guys know this, but coconut and vanilla are like my scents. They are my scents, my signature scents. Like, all the perfumes I own are coconut or vanilla. All my candles are coconut or vanilla, or both. My lip gloss, like, all the things. All the fucking things. I love coconut vanilla stuff. Like, it is my favorite scent. And they work so well together. And now I have the coconut one and the vanilla one. I'm so happy. I love it. You guys should get this. You guys should, like, if I influence you to get anything, it's the e.l.f. Glow Reviving Melting Lip Balm. It's amazing. I love it. Yes, I love it. Anyways, oh my gosh. I just remembered something aside from the fat lady with my sweater that I saw on the bus the other day. Going back home from school, and I'm on the bus, right? I look out the window. There's like this group of cheerleaders all in a circle. I think they were cheerleaders. I hope they were. And they were just like this, like lifting their foot up like above their head, like in unison, like doon, like up and down, and it was so fucking funny because they were all in sync and circle do, and then it would be like one by one. It would be like one, and then they'd clap, and then the other, hey. It was so entertaining because I was like at a stoplight. I don't know why the stoplight took so long that I got to see all this, but it was so fucking funny. So fucking funny. Like, period. Like, cheerleaders are talented as fuck. Like, I have to say, cheerleaders are talented as fuck. They're strong as fuck. What the hell? They're like, they gotta get everything down in order to be a good cheerleader, and that's crazy. Like, you have to be strong, you have to have endurance, you have to be flexible, you have to be, like, cheerful. Like, it's crazy. You have to do so many things. And my best friend, one of my best friends, Nicole, you guys know Nicole, he's on the channel a lot. He's a cheerleader. He was, like, a cheerleader in school, and they won a bunch of, like, competitions and shit, like, first place and stuff. I'm like, damn, like, that's insane. And bro can, like, deadlift a bunch and, like, do flips all the fucking time. I cannot imagine doing that. Like, I can't. I'm so bad. I cannot. But it's just like, wow. Like, that's really impressive. Like, I fuck with that so heavily. I feel like cheerleading is such a cool sport, and it sucks that people don't recognize it. I feel like people don't recognize sports when they are, like, predominantly women who practice it, which is really sad. Like, dance, cheerleading, you know, those things, the aerial threads, the aerial fabrics, I don't know. But people really don't recognize, like, women's sports that much, and it's always, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into the whole stigma with women in sports, as opposed to men, because that will literally be an hour on its own, and I'll get heated, and I don't want to do that. But you know what I mean? I just think, like, cheerleading is so hard, and you bitches are acting like it's, like, farting on stage. Like, it's really hard. It's really fucking hard, and I cannot imagine doing that, you know? But yes, that is what I think. I don't know why I wrote this down. I wrote down, in the womb, if there's a will, there's a way. And I don't quite know what that means, but I'll get back to you guys on that. Sometimes I will, like, really synthesize or, like, summarize my thoughts into one weird sentence, and then I read it later and I'm like, I don't understand this the way I thought I would. Like, in the moment, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, like, I'll understand this later. Like, if you know, you know. But then it's like, I don't even know, you know? And it's like, whoa, what am I, like, talking about? What am I talking about? What do you mean? I'm trying to figure it out in my head, but I think I know along the lines of what my thought process was writing that. So I will get back to you on that. Also, people, getting back on the whole subject that I brought back a while back, it was about smoking. I said, you know, someone who loves their lungs wouldn't smoke, blah, 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 blah. Another thing that I think about a lot, I was thinking about a lot this week was addictions, right? Because I've been thinking about this mindset and it got my gears turning. Addictions are, well, I feel like in order to get an addiction, you have to have sort of an addictive personality, I guess. Like, you can get addicted to multiple things, right? Because people get addicted to anything. People get addicted to caffeine, to nicotine, to, like, people, to I don't know, like, people get addicted to a lot of things, even, like, the stupidest things, like, no shade, but vaping addiction is so, like, nothing burger, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally just, like, inhaling shit for what? For what? It's, like, I don't understand what you're getting out of it. And also, like, it's embarrassing to be carrying around a little colorful cube, right? With, like, cancer-causing chemicals in it. And, like, I get it. I get what addiction feels like. I understand, trust me. But also, it is, like, a little bit humiliating, right? And so I was thinking, like, what are the things that have helped me get through certain addictions of mine, right? Maybe not, like, drugs, but other addictions I've had, right? And it is, like, I have this concept in my head, which is gonna sound fucked up, but you guys have to, like, let me hold your hand when I say this and, like, think about it for a sec, right? Is replacing your addictions with healthier addictions. And I don't mean going from a vape to a cigarette. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. That is, like, almost on the same, like, plane. I mean, like, getting a routine to replace your addiction. You know what I mean? If you're someone who, like, I don't know, like, does Coke every morning or whatever. Coca-Cola, 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 Coca-Cola. If you're someone who does Coke every morning, maybe instead of, like, one day, just wake up and you're like, I really want to quit, but I can't because I need to do my Coke in the morning. Instead of doing Coke, how about you drink a Coke, a Coca-Cola? Make it a Diet Coke so that it's not as bad for you. And sure, of course, obviously Coke and Coca-Cola are not going to have the same effect on you. But when it comes to quitting an addiction, it really is like 90% of it is mental work. You need to want to quit. If you don't want to quit, if you're like, oh, I want to do Coke, then you're not going to quit. You're never going to quit and you're never going to be free of your addiction. But if you're like, I really want to quit, and if you put that dedication, that mindset, that dedicated mind into, you know, replacing your addiction with something healthier, then it is going to make a huge difference. You know, maybe like lottery tickets are going to turn into Sudoku games. Maybe gambling is going to turn into getting a coffee with your friends. Maybe, you know, doing Coke is going to turn into drinking Coca-Cola. Like, it sounds so stupid, and I know it sounds bad, and I know I sound insensitive, but I am so dead ass. Quitting an addiction is 90% your mental state. So if you put all of your mental fortitude into really just changing your habits, then you will, and you will also build good habits along the way, you know? It's really, I'm not gonna say it's that simple, because it's not simple, but it is that, the concept of, like, quitting a drug or a bad habit is really that simple, because all you have to do is quit. How are you going to quit? Maybe get some new habits. Things like that help. They do. Even if you think they don't. Even if you think going for a walk is stupid and it's not going to get rid of your depression. It might not get rid of it, but it might help it. It might ease it. And you might feel a little better. You know, like the cereal thing. Like, what? You know, like the breakfast thing. Like, maybe it won't be super fun to make yourself a nice breakfast on a Monday, but it will be super fun when you're eating it. And then later in that day when you're like, fuck, I had a good breakfast. I fucked up a good breakfast. Hell yeah. You know, it's going to be good in the long run. You know, or at least most of life's, like, conflicts are really just about thinking about that future version of yourself. Fuck, I need to quit this addiction because the future me doesn't want to have it. Fuck, I need to, like, make a nice breakfast for myself so that future me can enjoy it. Fuck, I need to do my homework so that future me can go out instead of doing extra credit work. You know? It's really just, it all boils down to loving yourself and loving that future version of yourself. You know, I believe that I have an amazing future ahead of me, but I cannot, like, say that and then fuck up my present. That would be so hypocritical of me to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to have an amazing future, but I'm going to fuck up my life right now. No. Like, what? Really, like, don't be a hypocrite. Don't be saying you're going to quit later, you're going to have a good life later, when you're not even putting the effort in for your life right now. How are you so certain that you're going to take care of a life in the future if you're not even taking care of your life in the present? Clock that shit. Wake it up. It's time to wake it up, guys. It's time to wake it up. It's time to wake it up. Like, I'm sick of it. Like, let's wake it up. Yeah, like, let's wake it up. Also, you know what I've noticed is I think my body, like my brain, is scared of my alarm, like my alarm clock, like the alarm I used to wake up. I think it's scared because it, like, when I hear my alarm, I genuinely, like, my body tenses up. It's like, you know, like in the morning, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just because I'm waking up. But no, because when I play it during the day, like, my mind is just like that sound is fucked up. And I know it's not just me. I know, like, almost everyone is, like, kind of scared of their alarm. But what my body does is it'll wake up, like, 3 minutes before my alarm goes off so that then I can turn it off and not hear it. Like, if I put an alarm for, like, 7 a.m., I'll wake up at, like, 6:55. And I'll be like, what the fuck? Where am I up before my alarm? But I've been realizing, I think it's because my body's waking me up so that I don't have to hear my alarm and get scared. I think my body's, like, building a defense mechanism against my alarm, which is insane because it really fucks me up. Maybe I should change it. But, like, I also don't want to play a song for my alarm because then I'm gonna, like, hear the song and be, like, fucked up. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna want to hear it, you know? And I don't want to fuck up any of the songs I like, because I like hearing music without being scared, right? That makes sense. Guys, I think I have figured out the concept of in the womb, if there's a will, there's a way. And it ties back to everything that I've been talking about today, about my year of best in realization, about living life like you love it, about taking care of the future version of yourself, you know, all those things. Here's the thing, you have to listen to this while I say it, right? What I mean by this is, there's, like, if there's a will, there's a way. That's what I always say. I always say this, you know, like, if he wanted to, he would. If there's a will, there's a way. Like, there's always a way to accomplish things, because, like I just said, you know, if the concept exists, it's because someone has done it and you can do it too, right? And what I mean by this is, like, seriously, whatever you want, there is a set of steps that you can accomplish in order to get to that goal. And so when you're in the womb, right, you're a baby, you're a fetus, you're, like, nothing, and your brain is, like, not even developed, right? So maybe, I think people in the womb have thoughts. I think so, yes. I think maybe they have, like premature thoughts, or, like caveman type thinking, right? Because they don't have, like, fully fledged sentences and, like, nuanced thoughts, because they don't know anything. They have not seen anything. Think of it like you're just there and you don't see shit. You don't know anything that is happening. You just kind of hear things and eat, but you don't know anything. You're literally trapped in a bubble. You don't see anything. You don't know anything. You don't know any concepts. You cannot have fully fledged sentences in your brain, right? But obviously you, like, experience things, like, you have feelings, like, babies kick. That means something. There's something in their brain that they're experiencing that is making them kick, right? Babies consume the food you give, like, you eat while they're in there, because they're getting fed through, like, their fucking belly button or whatever. But that is, like, their body doing something. Like, their body is conscious in a way. And so my thing is, like, if a baby, an unborn baby was aware of the world outside of it, it would find a way to get out and accomplish things. Like, if I right now knew everything that I know right now, and I was inside a womb, I'd want to get out. I want to make signs. I'd want to be like, like, Emily, let me out, right? I'd be like, or maybe, like, right when I'm born, I'd be walking away. I'd be doing the things I want to do. Get it done, right? Because I would be aware. But the thing is that people in the womb, I guess babies in the womb, are not aware of anything. They don't know shit about dick. So they can't do anything. And that's what I mean. Like, if there's a womb, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Even in the womb. You just don't do it. There's no way, because there's no will. Like, in the womb, there's no will, because you don't want to do anything. You don't know anything. But technically, if you did want it to, there would be a way to. Because there's a way out of the womb. Does that make sense? Do I sound insane? Because these are the thoughts I have on the bus, and then I write them down to talk about with you guys. But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I've been thinking. I really do believe in this thought process that I'm having. But yes, that's basically what I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. Also, the new Euphoria episode just came out today. I'm recording this on a Monday, so sorry that you're getting it until Friday, but videos are going to be coming out every Friday now. Fuck yeah. I sound like a real YouTuber, but I'm not yet. Calm down. But the new Euphoria episode pissed me the fuck off. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the wedding was ass. Like, I really was expecting, like, messy drama, like, fun things, fun things. What the fuck? And nothing about it was fun. It was just, like, depressing and uncomfortable and, like, fucked up. Also, like, I don't understand, like, how Cassie's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have a ghetto wedding. Yet, babe, your dress is falling apart. Your tits are literally outside of your corset. They are fully outside, and your fucking pasties are showing, and you're telling me that that is, like, classy, timeless, cute wedding? No, it's not. That's embarrassing. The dance that they were doing, so stupid. I don't even think Nate would do that. Like, Nate is a piece of shit, and he's a horrible person, whatever the fuck, but he would not want to, like, he would not want his wife to shake ass and tit in front of everyone at his wedding day. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this makes no sense. And I know that Sam Livingston just fucking did it because he wanted to see Cassie's titties again. Like, every scene, he's like, how can we make her naked? Computer, make this Sydney Sweeney super naked. Like, what? Like, what? Like, it actually genuinely pisses me off. I think the only thing I liked about the episode was Jules, because, yeah, she's an angel on Earth. She's, like, the most beautiful woman that has ever walked on the planet Earth. So, obviously, I'm going to enjoy her scenes. The fuck? Why would I not? I did think that her scenes with the sugar daddy guy was kind of weird. I was kind of, like, awkward. It is kind of giving Euphoria, though, like, her being, like, I feel like her character has been fleshed out pretty well. I feel like what she's doing now makes sense with who her character is to a certain degree. I don't think she would want her job to be a sugar baby. I really don't think so, especially because she has this whole, like, story arc about conquering femininity and not seeking, like, male validation in order to feel affirmed in herself and her gender. And she expresses her passion about art and everything, but suddenly it's like, actually, I want to drop out of art school and just do whatever I want and get a sugar daddy. Like, what? That does not make any fucking sense. Her personality is fleshed out quite well, but her life is what I'm having trouble with. I'm having trouble with it. Her style is also makes a lot of sense. Her style evolution has been one of the best ones in Euphoria, in my opinion. But, like, what the fuck are we doing, right? What the fuck are we doing? Why is every woman on the show dependent of a man in some way? Or sexualizes herself in some way? I think the only one that doesn't is Maddie, but she is working for, like, she's working with, like, OnlyFans girls, which is also, it's not as bad as, like, Cassie's storyline or Jules' storyline or Rue's storyline. Like, since when is her dream to pimp out women and, like, sell guns? Because I don't think she ever, like, mentioned wanting to do that, I don't think that was ever part of her vibe. But whatever. They all looked gorgeous in the wedding, except for Cassie, of course. Yikes. They all did look stunning. I don't know why BB was at the wedding. I understand Maddie. She was invited by Cassie. Lexi, she's a sister. Rue, maybe, Lexi invited her. But the fact that Rue got an official invite with a +1 makes no sense. Unless she was Lexi's +1. But we know that that's not true. So that makes no sense. And also, like, BB, why are you there? Unless, like, she's been hanging out with Cassie and we just don't know. But that is stupid. I think a lot of what was done in the episode was, like, fan service. Like, what's his name? Cal Jacobs finally speaking with Jules. That was really entertaining. Like, the fact that Maddie went, like, the fuck-ass dance, like, the first dance that they had. BB being there. Like, it was a lot of fan service, but some of it worked, a lot of it didn't, and I didn't like it too much. This is I think this is my least favorite Euphoria episode of the entire show. Yes. But the only good takeaway for me was that I got to look at Jules, and she's stunning. So, yeah. Okay, we're finishing off the video soon. But before we go, I wanted to tell you guys about some lyrics that have been stuck in my head for the past 2 weeks. First is Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson. The line, "I feel protected by the moon and the stars." Babe, you've done it. You've done it. You've done it. That's wonderful. I love that so much. Thank you so much. Like, I feel protected by the moon and the stars. Yes, do whatever you want. You're protected by the moon and the stars. I love that. I don't know why. It's so sweet. And then, I don't know why I wrote this one, but Pinky Up, Us Against the World, Shaking Ass in the Parking Lot. I just thought it was, like, so nothing. Like, it was so funny. Like, yeah, Us Against the World, Shaking Ass in the Parking Lot. Okay, period. And then, oh my gosh, Gas Station by Slater. Let me just say, what's it called? Worst Girl in America? Amazing album. But Gas Station specifically, this line. Always acting like I wasn't as cool, but all your friends liked me much better than you. Oh, we were screaming in the car. Maybe I should just jump out. Yes, like... like, girl, like, I'm in your head. Like, I get it. I love that line. I love the entire song, but that line gets me. Okay, gets me. And then this is kind of a sad one. It's Waco, Texas by Ethel Cain. Held in my arms, swore I'd be good to you, then sat and watched as you walked away from me. Cut the fucking cameras, Ethel Cain has the power over me. And then, what is this? I think it's called Girl Like Me by Pink Panthers. I don't know if it is that song, but just, no explanation for why we do this. You'll be alright. I love that. Like, aren't you tired of the way we're moving? No explanation for why we do this. Like, there's literally no explanation for why we do this. Like, I love that. I don't know what it is. It has a little ring to it that I like. No explanation for why we do this. I will be alright. Let it all go. Yeah, so good. But I think that's all I have to say on my year of best and realization. So, hope you guys enjoyed this little mini podcast episode with me. And I hope you guys like how I decorated my iPad. Like, let me know in the comments. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on the things that I've discussed today. If you guys want me to touch a specific topic on the next, like, podcast video that I make, let me know, because I will. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're a real one. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, share for more, and subscribe so that you never miss any of my videos. Yay! Okay. I love you guys. Bye.